Okay, now, we're here for the 2.2 story. Let's see if I can successfully start this either before the quest starts or if it's just gonna throw me in. I'm unsure, but we're here to figure it out. A wonderful ride, you know? Let's go! Oh, okay, cool. I wasn't standing directly in the lobby, so welcome, welcome. Okay. One and all, it is time, yes, for the great train robbery in our time. Despite aventuring and revealing the family's dark secrets in Penacony to all at the cost of his own life, fuck that. Come on. Come on. The countdown to the Charmony Festival continues thanks to the operations of the family's united efforts. At the same time, the Astral Express seems to have welcomed an uninvited guest. Well, I wonder who this uninvited guest will be. Oh, I think I know what it's referring to. Again, I'm so sorry. I only know this because I shouldn't have logged into the other account. But let's go! Before the song makes me stop. Okay. Oh, I really should probably,
Newsflash! Penacony's Charmony Festival has entered its countdown phase. Accompanied by
Oh
Clockie's
gosh, but
TikToks,
Boot Hill.
after 12 system hours, this grand celebration will commence with much fanfare.
Okay.
I already told you! We can talk things out!
I'm sorry, Fluffy. I really have something urgent to attend to, so I had no choice but to resort to asking this favor of you all.
Is this a favor? You're holding us at gunpoint, dude.
Since you already know what you're doing, I'll also have to remind you of its risks.
Hey, partner, what's with the hostility? I thought pulling this thing out was just a way of saying hello.
Oh god.
For the last time, state your identity and purpose.
My name's Boot Hill, and I'm a Galaxy Ranger.
A Galaxy Ranger?
Yeah, we did get that little bit when he was talking to Black Swan.
You look like you seen a ghost. Did you think we all went extinct? Well, that's the price you pay for being off-grid for too long.
The righteous heroes of the hunt would never hijack the Astral Express.
I ain't hijacked anything. What, chatting with someone while holding the gun is considered a hijacking?
Maybe you're not... it's certainly not peacefully talking and asking for a favor.
It probably is.
Poor Pom-Pom.
Pardon my frankness, but there are plenty of rumors in the cosmos regarding the Galaxy Ranger's current status, and none of them are pretty stories. I have a hard time believing you.
Oh, this is hilarious. The tale that this bunch of fools spin is getting out of hand. There's even a bit about the Galaxy Rangers being turned into gibbons by Dr. Primitive, and they're in some valley screwing around on swings.
Oh, okay, that's a new one.
Of course. I know you won't believe me. Which is also why, similarly, I have a hard time believing that you're the real Nameless.
Okay. I feel like with Pom-Pom, though, we have to at least kinda fit the role, right?
See the bullets in this gun?
Ooh.
9mm. An eternal classic. I may need the Astral Express's help right now, but if you're an imposter just like that one, then this bullet might just end up in my head. I can't allow myself to be exposed to danger. That's just the way it goes, so you all have to first prove yourselves. Huh? Where are you going?
Oh,
Recognize
yeah!
this?
What we got from the Xianzhou. I can never say it right, please don't judge me.
It's a model fudger. The Jade Abacus of Ally and Oath. The Xianzhou really gave this to you guys?
Yep, we earned it, fair and square.
Model fudger?
This is the Jade Abacus gifted to the Express by the Shenzhou Luofu's general, Jing Yuan. Its presence on board serves as the Shenzhou Alliance's official recognition of the Express. Is that enough?
Not bad, kiddo. And
Okay,
across
whew.
these sprawling stars, a gentle squeeze is all it takes to rustle up a whole legion of Cloud Knights. Now, I reckon that'd be one fudging sight to behold.
That would be something.
Now it's your turn.
Been ages since the Galaxy Rangers had the spotlight shown on them. We ain't equipped with such fancy gadgets. But I've been around the block enough to know the way to handle these types of situations is easy as pie. Alright then. Feel free to toss any questions my way. Let's see if my answers can't turn your trust. If your gut tells you otherwise, still ain't too late to show me the door.
Okay.
And why would I play along?
If I truly am a real Galaxy Ranger, you stand to lose nothing.
Alright then. Tell me, what kind of organization are the Galaxy Rangers?
Ah, my friend. This question is a hard one. I don't think I can even consider us an organization to begin with.
That would make sense, because from the sounds of it, which is why we questioned Acheron a little bit, but not so much in the beginning, was because don't the Galaxy Rangers, like, don't they generally work solo, and they're, like, pretty secretive and to themselves?
Everyone's on their own fated path along the hunt, with their own resolute sense of righteousness and not so welcome among such so-called universal values.
This reply does not instill trust, and only makes your predicament more precarious.
I'm guessing you're gonna ask about some form of shared faith, right? But us Galaxy Rangers don't need that sort of thing. What brings us together is a shared bottom line. Never bully the weak. Never kill the innocent.
Okay.
These oaths aren't some lofty beliefs, but the fundamental bottom line that one must never cross as a person. As Galaxy Rangers, we strictly adhere to the bottom line. When someone crosses them, the hunt's vengeance will surely come knocking. And in this moment, the other crucial meaning of bottom line comes into play. As long as you don't cross it, you're free to do whatever you please. You catch my drift?
Yeah.
Second question. Why do you seek trouble with the Astral Express?
I already said that I seek no trouble. I must go to Penacony for a matter.
Personal
But I
matter.
don't have an invite. And I can't even enter the family's hotel doors. If only I could borrow the Nameless's identity. The entire cosmos knows you're guests of the family.
Would that actually work? Because it was hard to even get us, like, you know, so Stellan, because she is simply just not Don Hung. Like,
Aren't the Galaxy Rangers also esteemed guests?
Oh, you've hit the nail on the head.
Oh.
This is why I'm
an
here.
imposter, yeah.
It's fine if I tell you. The Rangers are pursuing an imposter. A son of a nice lady posing as one of us. She's on Penacony right now.
I don't know how I feel about this. I don't think Acheron's bad, so I'm a little conflicted on this.
My informant is a memo keeper. She's the same as all mimetic organisms, appearing one moment and gone the next. Ugh. She scares the fudge out of me. Still, she gave me some vital info.
That Galaxy Ranger imposter. Who is it?
Is that the third question?
Is it a hard question?
It isn't. Just that you might not believe me. That person calls herself Acheron. And according to our informant, she could be an emanator of nihility.
That's impossible.
Ooh, yeah, you didn't believe him.
That's what I said. Don't worry. When I first received the news, I had the exact same reaction as you.
IX never gives anyone so much as a first glance, and that's perfectly normal. What reason would they have to bequeath strength unto mortals?
Then you must know that emanators can also conceal their own identities, which, for many people, it's better that way. Otherwise, there'd be wanton bloodshed across the cosmos, or even, perhaps, turning their back on the path they're supposed to follow.
Okay.
I had the good fortune of running into an elation emanator. Its appearance was no different than that of those clowns. If
Okay.
it weren't through sheer luck that I got it drunk, I would have never known of its eminent status. Even in the purest hunt, you'll find the Xianzhou Alliance under the spotlight and Galaxy Rangers lurking in the shadows. Paths are inevitably concepts created by people and exist in planes beyond our understanding. To reckon that nihility emanators don't exist, well, maybe we just ain't nihilistic enough.
Raises a decent point there.
So, do you understand now? Your companions are in danger, and it's pretty harrowing. If you don't want to believe me, you'd best send a message to them, but I'd advise you to move fast. We don't know what's happening in the dreamscape or how much of what the memo keeper said is true. And that Acheron, who knows what she intends to do.
I guess that's true. While I don't distrust Acheron, we don't know her full reasoning behind getting here. Behind, like, us jokingly saying, oh, she just got lost.
I don't intend to do anything.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Acheron. Man, okay, she sure answered my question quick.
That's not up
Oh!
to you.
Okay, now that's creepy.
Did you know? People who come to the land of dreams for the first time, they'll subconsciously stop to reaffirm that they're still walking on solid ground. And then they will unanimously raise their heads to gaze at the sky. Be it reality or dream, staring at the sky is instinctual for humanity. Since the day that the golden hour was completed, it's always been there, watching over every single night of decadence.
Okay.
But now this night sky has been mercilessly severed, dyed with the mist of nihility. And this whole event happened within the course of a single slash of a blade.
That is true.
A single slash of a blade.
Two
Isn't really
blades.
accurate.
Oh.
It was actually 2 blades, just that the second one was faster.
That's not the point.
Hey. Technicalities.
Many guests who weren't supposed to be invited have gathered at this banquet. Even if the harmony is all-embracing, I have no choice but to show some of them the door. For the sake of Penacony and the peace.
Trying to kick Acheron out now?
The planet of festivities has no place
Yeah.
for you, a puppet of nihility. Those who live in the shadows do not bear the right to tread the illuminated stage.
Who gets to choose that, though, bitch?
Speaking of living in the shadows, there's probably not much difference between us. It's only polite to reveal your true self, at least when
There you
speaking
go.
to others. Penacony's Dream Master.
That's just another reason that you can't stay.
People will see through you eventually.
Whether you believe it or not, this is the real me. We are one.
Oh, that's not terrifying.
Is this the unity that the family espouses?
My mortal shell has long since dissipated.
Jesus.
The Oak family's 107,336 offspring are now my eyes, ears, and mouths, spreading joy across dreams when required. And in times of essential need, exiling evil from this haven in my stead.
From the sound of it, it seems like you're asking me to leave, Penacony.
Yep.
I am glad that you're an understanding one. Alas, I'm not asking.
If you think you can.
Yeah, true. Try it.
Are you threatening me?
Technically, you threatened first, because you're not asking her to leave, which implies that you're going to make her leave. So, you know, it's only fair.
I ended it with a period.
It was a
It was
statement.
a statement,
Damn.
not a threat. Knowing who I am and still showing such malice. You're not the first, nor will you be the last. This scene played out many times before. And usually, when faced with my questions, most people retort, "Why can't I?" The result has invariably been that they can't.
You are confident. But be reminded, the family is forgiving, but not weak. The cords of the harmony extend across worlds. If you do not comply, when the blade is unsheathed for even a hair's breadth, you will never be able to escape the eternal Centurion's wrath in all of your lifetime. 137 individuals. That is how many heathens I have exiled since I became Dream Master. Among them were those who once severed my wings, and those who immolated my body.
Okay.
And here I stand again, about to add another mark to the tally.
And you will die.
Ooh,
mean-
okay.
All of you will. But that won't come to pass. I'll do as you ask.
Okay.
I'll leave.
A wise choice.
For you? Don't act so cocky.
I wasn't aware there was a choice.
To you, that surely is the only option. Please bear in mind, you and Penacony are of different worlds. Those born on the far bank cannot seek solace across the river. Leave and never return. The radiance of the planet of festivities is overwhelmingly bright, luring in tricksters, wrongdoers, and criminals. But even the harmony itself will never welcome the self-annihilator of nihility. And even more so, when this self-annihilator heralds the destruction of everything. Your strength is obviously a gift of the sleeping and shapeless, immeasurable and fathomless, like a tributary spawned from the abyss that brings death and sin to all. Acheron. A befitting name.
Take it from someone on the other side of your so-called river. You know better than I do that Penacony has already deviated from the Harmony. Whatever your intentions may be, I foresee only one outcome. Its future holds nothing but nihility. Just like all the worlds that have drowned in their shadow.
Okay. That was tense, but we're switching to Robin. Hey, Robin. Same time, golden hour.
Attention, please. The unusual event that occurred moments ago was due to a technical malfunction at Clock Studios theme park. The family
Oh, it's
has
our music in
promptly
the back.
responded to secure the area, and we're happy to report that there have been no injuries.
Oh, I swear that was no movie shoot. So many chips fell from the sky, and I even caught one of them. But it vanished in an instant before my very eyes.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Are you talking about the Clock Studios theme park incident?
Hmm? Yeah, what about it? Oh, Miss Robin! Am I seeing things right?
No need to worry. I apologize for any inconvenience caused to your delightful dream journey. What you just mentioned about the chips really piqued my interest. Would you mind providing more details about the incident?
This is so odd, because last we knew she was taken by the stupid meme. But now she's just back. And it has to obviously probably do with Aventurin's plan of getting Acheron to sever that shit. But it's so odd.
Oh, it was just...
That or we're being
those
gaslit
chips
and
you
it's
normally
just
see
sparkle all
everywhere.
along, but I doubt
The
it.
green ones? They fell from the sky as if it were raining.
And then those chips simply disappeared. It appears to be the dream sim tech the Iris family has been developing.
Okay.
Huh? Miss Robin, you mean those chips were all part of a performance?
It's a good cover.
But I really...
Shh. This technology hasn't been made public yet. It was originally planned to debut at the Charmony Festival, but it seems it's been leaked. Can you help me keep this secret? The raining chips were supposed to be part of my act.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Then it all makes sense now. I'll do anything to help make the Charmony Festival a success.
Thank you. As appreciation, I'd like to give you a token gift.
Nope, this is definitely Sparkle.
This button is...
I could be wrong, you know, I'm gonna die on this hill that I don't think it's Sparkle, but at the same time, I think it's Sparkle. That button, isn't that like the same button Sparkle gave Aventurin? I swear it is.
Press it at just the right moment in the celebration. There could be an unexpected
It so
treat
is.
in store for
Bitch,
you.
this can't be Robin.
All right. Looks
Oh,
like
no.
there are other guests who are also confused. I'll have to excuse myself. Please, enjoy the dreamscape.
That's so trippy, though.
So many people talking about it. This commotion at the
See?
theme park definitely made waves.
See, it's, yeah, Robin question mark. I knew it was too weird seeing Robin all of a sudden. Okay. I'm sorry, the song's distracting me.
The family promised they would protect the guests within the dreamscape, but I witnessed a group of organic life forms making their way to the theme park. And soon after, a rip tore through the sky, and black rain started leaking out of the void.
Yeah,
The
everyone would
family
notice
needs
that.
to provide a reasonable explanation, or I'll take my loved ones and return to reality. I thought the dreamscape was supposed to be a paradise. If it's not, then there's no point staying here.
Fair enough.
It appears the good sir has seen many great events. And it's true that an uninvited guest has unexpectedly entered the dreamscape. However, their target is not the ordinary guests, but the ambassadors of the IPC. The family will certainly ensure that the safety of the guests is of the highest importance.
Definitely good reasonings for all
Miss
that
Robin,
stuff.
I know the Bloodhound family has already sealed off the theme park and has control over the situation, but it won't resolve the problem. The family can try their best to protect their reputation, but as a guest, I don't wish to gamble with my life.
And that is fair enough. That is very fair.
But as you can see, sir, no innocent bystanders were affected in this incident. Perhaps the dreamscape is not as perfect as promised, but there's no place safer than dreams under the family's rule. I believe you know this better than I do. If this incident happened in real life, how many people would be able to walk away from it?
I could stay here, but keep in mind, guests come to Penacony to enjoy the dreamscapes. They do not wish to be entangled in a conflict between the family and the IPC, so let's not have any more unnecessary incidents.
Of course.
Okay.
With the Charmony Festival about to commence, we will spare no effort in our preparations. Rest assured. To express our apologies, the family has arranged this gift for the guests. Thank you for understanding.
Ooh, I don't like this. Sparkle, you remember how I felt about the first time you cosplayed as Robin? I was a little angry. Can we dance with this
You've
dude?
had quite a bit to drink. Are you sure you're okay?
I can't stall.
Hello. May I ask what happened here?
Nothing to be worried about. There's been a small rehearsal mishap at Clock Studios theme park. Please stay calm.
Hey, are you a fool? You don't even recognize Miss Robin? Who do you think you're talking to?
I'm sorry. I've just been transferred to the Bloodhound family, and I'm still not too used to working on the streets.
Oh no.
I didn't realize it was you. I'm so sorry.
That and we bullied this pair a few times during the quest, so it's not quite their fault.
Hey, don't sweat it. You guys have a tough job. I know how it is. How's the situation looking?
Oh, we've sealed off the theme park. Most guests are used to bizarre phenomena in the dreamscape, and so far, no threats have been detected. We can expect order to be restored soon.
Rest assured, Miss Robin will intensify our patrols to ensure that no incidents occur.
I trust you guys. But regarding what happened in the theme park, what do you hounds think about it? It's okay. Feel free to speak your mind.
Well...
Actually, I was there shortly after it happened.
Okay.
Is it true that the IPC's ambassadors came with ill intent? And that Galaxy Ranger who easily cut through the sky?
Miss Robin, tell you the truth, everyone's been talking about it. The myriad factions on Penacony have already been causing unease for everyone.
Thank you all for your loyalty towards the family. The planet of festivities has indeed run into some trouble. The representative from the IPC, he's trying to regain ownership of Penacony and is prepared for a hostile takeover.
Okay, That doesn't seem false, though.
Of course the family did not agree. The result of the failed negotiations is as you see it now.
No wonder. So this is the main reason why the IPC staff are banned from entering the dreamscape. Did they apprehend the troublemaker in the end?
Don't worry. Mr. Sunday is currently tracking his whereabouts, and he'll have something to show for it soon. However, given the situation, the IPC surely won't let this go easily. Therefore, we are relying on you hounds to maintain the order and stability of the dreamscape.
Does Robin actually refer to Sunday as Mr. Sunday, or is that just a slip up? Because I don't.
Please be assured, Miss Robin, we take our orders seriously. We won't let those IPC cronies get away with this.
Thank you for your hard work. If there are any other members who still feel uneasy, please tell them on my behalf that protecting the dreamscape requires everyone's help. This is a small gift prepared by the Iris family for the guests. There's one for you too. Please, open it at the Charmony Festival for an unexpected surprise.
I can't believe I received a gift from Miss Robin. It feels like I'm dreaming. Wait, I am in a dream.
That you are. That you are.
If trouble comes knocking on our door, we're not afraid to go to war. Rest assured, the Dreamscape's peace will be protected by the Bloodhound family.
Okay.
Miss Robin? That's the renowned cosmic superstar, Miss Robin!
I didn't expect to meet a fan here. I'm honored. Welcome to Penacony, a world filled with wonderful dreams.
I can't believe I'm actually meeting the real Robin! Shouldn't you be preparing for the Charmony Festival?
That's indeed what she's doing.
Preparation is important, but the ceremony is fundamentally about sharing the Great One's harmony with everyone. If there's a chance to sing with everyone, I will not refuse. Regarding the recent mishap, I understand it negatively impacted some of our guests. As a member of the family, it's only right for me to come forward and offer my apologies to everyone.
But, are you sure it was actually a mishap? Everyone saw those chips descending like rain and the red light tearing through the sky. Claiming it was merely special effects seems a bit far-fetched.
But we're in Penacony. Anything's possible, I thought, you know? It's a dreamscape, so it should be possible.
Plus, I met that generous gentleman. He looked really out of it and kept talking to himself.
Oh, you were someone who met Venturin. Oh no.
Everyone, please do not panic. I believe that the family will give everyone a satisfactory answer in due time.
Even if you say so, Miss Robin, it's hard to believe.
Some people just never listen,
Yep.
do they? It's never ending. It just goes on and on. I'm getting really tired of this.
Miss Robin?
Still, I suppose I should keep on helping everyone. I am the epitome of joy, kindness, and goodness, after all.
You sure are.
Huh? What was I just doing? And, who might you be, miss?
Here, take this, little guest. This gift has been specially prepared for you by
Oh, thank you for the follow. Also, yeah, knew it. Okay, I wanted to believe that it was actually, Robin, but it felt so odd, and then this.
Make sure to take good care of it until the opening of the Charmony Festival. Then, when the show reaches its climax, press the button together with the others around you.
I don't know, Sparkle. I wouldn't trust you, but that's just me.
You never know. Something very exciting might happen.
But what if I don't want exciting? Oh, are we going back to... I'm sorry. This is like, I've been waiting. In the meantime.
We're back to where it all began. You entered the golden hour from this place. And it is also from here where you will enter the true Penacony.
Oh my god, Firefly. I know I should be confused because of the reveal, but I just need to take this moment in. I was devastated at the end of 2.0. Oh my god.
It is a pleasure to journey alongside you once more. But it's time I laid bare the entire truth before you. As you might have heard, I also go by another name. Stellaron Hunter Sam.
Are you Firefly's soul? That is a good question. I know I kind of chuckled there. But this is what I want to say. Who gives a fuck about the lying part? We knew this. She was upfront with us about it in the beginning, even. Are you alright?
I'm fine. Sorry, I hope I haven't scared you.
I was horrified and just defeated.
I know you have many questions. Do you remember when we encountered death in that strange dreamscape? When I was caught by that meme?
I do, vividly.
In that instant before it killed me, I saw the reflection of another dreamscape in its ghastly pupils. So, following the clues in the script, I came up with some theories about the meme. That's why I instructed Silverwolf to issue invitations, drawing everyone to the Dreams Hotel. I intended to call upon death before you arrived. To solve the riddle using more direct means. And then invite you to join. However, contrary to my wishes, I couldn't defy the script. And I didn't get a chance to explain it to you.
Oh, you're trying to no. See, this still hurts. I've seen this, like, clip, I think, on repeat so many times.
It is how you see now.
Of course.
I was impaled by the bladed wings of death. The heavy pressure of concentrated memoria, miasma, exploded in my mind as if it was actually reality. But after the momentary numbness subsided, I found that my body was absolutely unscathed.
Were you just brought somewhere else, maybe?
I was still alive. And it was just as I thought. I had arrived at a place starkly different from this beautiful dream. Beneath the dreamscape of Penacony lies another, more chaotic, more primal memory zone. Its name? Land of the Exiles. And so, then I returned to the hotel in the dreamscape, hoping to tell you of its existence. Yet I could not reveal my own identity. So, I could only divert your party's attention and lure you away from the battlefield. And after all my attempts proved futile, it wasn't until not long ago when a crimson blade of light shattered the high wall of the dream, causing you all to fall far into the abyssal depths of the dreamscape, that I was able to awaken you and your companions one by one. And that's it. That is all that's happened so far.
It's okay. I believe. I'm confused, but I also believe you.
I know it's tough to believe all this without reservations. I just want to say, you are very close to the final answer. Just one more thing needs to be done. And then I can prove it to you.
Okay.
Now, let's leave this place. Please close your eyes.
Got it.
Take a deep breath and visualize the dreamscape's outline in your heart. And remember, you must not open your eyes at all times.
Okay, okay.
3, 2, 1. Don't be afraid. The one who has come to greet us has arrived.
Okay. After a piercing screech, a thick and ferocious surge of memoria crashes into your chest, churning and ravaging. Your consciousness becomes like scraps of paper caught in a whirlpool, breaking apart, dissolving, and dispersing within the turbulent, muddy current. Innumerable voices resonate through the symphony of memoria, like roaring thunder, and among them, one echo stood out with exceptional clarity. You knew it came from the girl beside you, your hearts beating to the same rhythm, peaceful and even more peaceful. Until that quiet darkness, memories ripple into existence.
never knew you could do this.
Oh! Oh! That's a cool image. Okay. But true, I did not expect Blade to drive.
Do you have a driver's license?
That is a good question.
I do.
Oh. Okay.
That is... surprising.
Very, actually. I mean, no offense to you, Blade.
Why? Because this is Japella, the city of sins?
No, it's nothing. I'm just thinking that you haven't slept in 20 system hours. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine. I'll survive. Same goes for you.
I'm not so sure about that. Slow down a bit.
Oh, okay.
Infiltration is over. Feel free to activate Sam anytime you like.
There's still some time before the next part of the script unfolds.
Okay.
Let me stay a little longer in this body.
You can activate Sam whenever you like. And just let me stay in the stay a little longer in this body. Is this like connecting back to the illness she described to us before too? I'm really trying to put this together. I really want to know. A long silence ensued. Neither of them brought up any topic, seemingly accustomed to this silence. It wasn't until much later that a soft sigh once again broke the quiet in the car.
Such a long tunnel. Didn't feel this long when I set off.
In half a system hour, it will lead us to Kafka. And then comes the downfall of the Japella Brotherhood.
Is that also part of the script?
It's in your script too.
Ooh, okay.
Sorry. I didn't notice.
Their destiny won't change just because of your selective ignorance.
Ooh.
I told you before. It's a bad habit.
What about you then? Is this the moment you finally find the death you've been looking for?
As always, it's a blank slate. It's not on this planet. Why the sudden inquiry?
Because I'm currently in a car with a sleep-deprived driver.
Okay.
I just want to get there in one piece.
This car has full self-driving capabilities. I'll just put my hand on the steering wheel. Will that do?
Hey, don't take everything so seriously. Elio would always say there's only one type of destiny. The inescapable type. He can see the future, and we, likewise, are aware of our predetermined end. But before that moment arrives, we can still choose what we do. We all have this right, don't we?
Sure you do. Fuck the script. Even though it seems like, genuinely it seems so far everything's been against, like, everything's followed the script well. But no, you should still be able to have a matter of choice. We've been able to do it a little, like during Kafka's quest. While some things we couldn't avoid, there were other things we were able to purely choose. To be fair, you could choose none of that, because you could have just left her there.
After today, Japella's name will disappear from cosmic history, and the Everflame Mansion will take its place. In the not-too-distant future, you'll receive an invitation. That's your next stop.
Land of the Dreams. Penacony.
I hope you find whatever you seek there. Be it answers or salvation.
It's hard to look at the Stellaron Hunters and think they're like our enemies, like straight up. I don't know.
Glad to see you're safe and sound.
Close your eyes. This is the answer. Isn't it incredible? The monster that we have always known as Death is actually the guardian of the land of the exiles. It abides by a certain rule. Abducting people from their dreams and bringing them here.
I wonder if it's like selective, like does it go under certain like check marks to make sure it's taking the right people?
The question that has been perplexing us, does death really exist in the dreamscape, appears to be a cognitive trap. It was laid by those orchestrating events from the shadows to cover up the truth behind the disappearances and the existence of this fortress known as Dreamflux Reef. Every emergence of that meme is related to the Watchmaker. Since Dreamflux Reef is where it brings its captives, it's likely that many of our long-standing questions will be answered in this place.
It's interesting to think about where Gallagher will come back into this.
The atmosphere here is starkly different from the beautiful dream. There are no regulators here like the family. And they all look like they're mildly dazed. But from the whispers of the residents,
Yep.
a familiar name. Gallagher.
It's that man again. Always in the right place at the right time. Though that does save us the trouble of looking for him. Himiko and March have already made a move. Get ready. We're about to set off.
Okay.
The real dreamscape. The land of the exiles. Before we go, should we speak to everyone first?
I'll speak to everyone gladly.
I'm really sorry for waiting until now to tell you everything.
You know what? I can't even be upset. Okay? I can't. I'm gonna ask these.
Two
Not all of them,
reasons.
but yeah.
Firstly, the script. In the future that Elio saw, Sam and the Astral Express's confrontation was inevitable. I tried to break the shackles of the prophecy, but this is as far as I could go. That aside, there were also my personal motives. I wished to travel with you as Firefly, and not Sam.
No. Fuck this option. It's this one. It's all right. I didn't take it personally. I'm actually crying internally.
Thank you.
Okay. Do this yeah, I'm interested in this. Do they want a piece of this? Like, what's the goal here? But I wonder how much of this can be answered without it coming too close to the script.
Elio only gave me one instruction.
Yeah,
Allow the Astral Express to pursue the Grand Legacy. It means that the Watchmaker's legacy holds great significance to trailblazing. And to you.
It seems like a lot of this stuff has been revolving around us personally.
Elio's scripts used to revolve and expand around certain specific Stellarons. But with your appearance, this condition has apparently ceased to be appropriate. Perhaps he also saw the impossible in the future. Do you still remember that medical cabin I told you about?
Okay.
Well, that's Sam. It belongs to the Iron Cavalry of Glamoth's Firmament Frontline. A Firefly Type 4 Tactical Heavy Assault Mech.
Okay. Wait, so that back to the soul question, is that pretty accurate to the situation here in that case? Because you know that Yeah, the medical cabin.
It is the cradle of my vitality. And the meaning of my birth.
Okay.
And for the longest time it was... how I should have looked to the rest of the world.
I want to know more. Okay.
The time scale of Dreamflux Reef differs from reality. So we mustn't lower our guard. You're sensitive to Memoria. A slight misstep, and you could get lost in this memory zone.
Please don't get stabbed again. That will fuck us up.
Something on your mind? Let's talk about it.
This I'm curious about.
Before we found you, she'd already revealed her Stellaron
Okay.
hunter identity and shared a lot of information. Who would have thought that the Molten Knight's true identity was actually a young girl? For her, this is a secret that she cannot allow others to know. That being the case, I think we can believe she's willing to cooperate. But she didn't reveal all her secrets. I just can't shake the feeling that her situation is different from that of the typical dreamer. And I hope that doesn't lead to any dangerous predicaments.
Me too. That's truly all I want to
I
ask.
hope you've regained a little composure. We'll move out when you're ready.
As ready as I'll ever be. Oh my god, there's birds here too? I'm sorry. The trash bag is mine. Thank you. I felt like checking for some reason, and bam, I found a bird. I don't want to stall too much, so I'm gonna try not to do too many unnecessary
alley,
things.
And it'll lead to an elevator. It'll take us to the center of the land of the exiles.
Okay. I do typically get distracted by a lot of things here, and I'm gonna try not to. If it's something in my face, I'll obviously get it, but...
What a huge clocky.
What?
Looks like the watchmaker also left his mark on Dreamflux Reef.
Okay, that's horrifying. Okay. Jeez, wait, its eyes are moving. That's horrifying with the music in the background, too. It is a common plot in a lot of movies and video games that a statue like this will rise up and face you in glorious battle. Okay. That's... Let's not think about that outcome yet. Oh, we're going up. Okay. A TV, like, on the gut, too.
Unbelievable. To think there's a settlement of this size within the dreamscape. And all beyond the family's reach.
Yeah, they have to know about this, right? Like, on some scale, like the higher-ups. Also, is that Pepeshi trapped?
The atmosphere in this fortress is pretty different from that in the beautiful dream.
When I first saw it, I was in awe, too. The sky here, it's like a reflection of the 12 dreamscapes. What's even more bizarre is that this place is also separated into trade and residential areas. The layout may be simple, but the facilities are very comprehensive. it seems that there are quite a number of people living here.
Though both dreamscapes have distinct styles, the architectural designs are quite similar. Works of the same hand, perhaps. Hard not to speculate on the connection. But there's no point in overthinking things. Let's meet up with Himiko and the others first.
Take a right turn at the end of this road and you'll reach the trade district. There are more people there. And perhaps someone knows where she is.
Knows where she is.
Not coming with us?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. What's up?
The Astral Express likely needs room for some internal deliberation.
True.
In the meantime, I'll try and locate Gallagher.
Thank you.
Sure. Let's reconnect later. Letting her go was the right decision.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Further observations are needed before we decide whether to trust her. But first, there's someone I need to talk to.
I'm sorry, I was not expecting the Misha jump scare.
Let's go. I'm sure you've already noticed him.
Yeah, I saw him right away.
He's right over there. The Reverie Hotel's bellboy. How did he end up here? And right after Miss Acheron severed the beautiful dream. We'd better check, just to be sure.
Also, wait, hey, Welt, is someone next to him, or is it just Misha? That is a good question.
Perfect for me.
Oh.
Perfectly legal for me to stay in.
You know what? You're right. If it's perfectly legal, who am I to judge? I can't judge for that. Also, Firefly, did he really have to go vanish? I understand, but I'm gonna be annoying. I'm sorry.
Huh?
Firefly left a deep impression on me.
We meet again! And a new friend. Forgot to introduce myself. I'm the hotel's bellboy, Misha.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Misha. I'm Welt. We met in a dream. Oh, and
he can see him.
Who might this be?
Oh my god, he can.
Tick-tock! Old friend and new friend! Let's high-five!
Mr. Yang, you're still young at heart.
Your, memory zone meme?
Nope. Clocky is a good friend of mine. We all live here.
Oh. Like here, Misha? Like you're referencing straight up here?
How did you two get here? This dreamscape isn't supposed to be open to the public.
Something to do with Sleepy.
I wonder if it has something to do with Sleepy.
Okay, who's this Sleepy?
So, this is your home?
Yep. After my work in the beautiful dream ends, I'll go back home. Commuting used to be more convenient, but ever since travel became cumbersome, Sleepy started ferrying people back and forth between the two dreamscapes.
So Sleepy is the bringer of death.
This Sleepy. Can you describe what it looks like?
Sleepy is a memory zone meme. Looks fierce and has many eyes. But it's actually really well behaved. Gallagher's been taking care of it.
Okay. Gallagher
Based
again?
on the description, that meme is indisputably death. A nightmare for the family, but for the people who live here, well, that couldn't be further from the truth.
Death? Not in a dream, surely.
Just a little.
He's just a little aggressive, and sometimes messes up by fetching the wrong guess. But it would never hurt anyone.
I see. Has it brought back any guests recently? Say, in the last day or two? We're currently investigating a missing person case that occurred within the beautiful dream.
I see. Then you'll have to speak with Gallagher. But he's currently busy hosting a visitor from the Oak family and specifically asked not to be disturbed.
Yeah, that has to be Sunday right there.
Mr. Yang, the person you're looking for, is it Miss Robin?
Spot on, Misha.
Just as I thought. Considering what happened with Miss Firefly, this doesn't come as a surprise.
If you're looking for Miss Robin, I can lead the way.
She told me that she'd be willing to meet with outside guests.
If it's not too much trouble. Also, we're looking for our missing companions. A woman with red hair accompanied by a girl with pink hair. Have you seen them?
Oh, I haven't. But please, rest assured. Dreamflux Reef is a small place, and it's not as bustling as the beautiful Dream, but its safety is unmatched.
Okay, nice to know.
How about this? Since it's your first time here in Dreamflux Reef, I'll be your guide and help you find your companions. And then we can all go visit Miss Robin together. She's gone to Mrs. Grace's to visit the children. She won't be leaving anytime soon, so there should be enough time.
Okay.
All right then. We'll follow your plan.
Welt's like trying to be super peaceful and nice.
We now know the
like,
answer
not,
to both
okay,
murder
not nice.
cases that have caused such commotion in Penacony. As for the intentions of the mastermind behind it
friendlier.
all, we're still none the wiser.
It has to be Gallagher who's behind it all. The visitor from the Oak family is worth learning more about. That name's Sleepy. Let's not focus on that.
And I believe their relationship with Gallagher may run deep. Why else would they be so clandestine about their discussion? Regardless, we have to find Gallagher. Say, you mentioned before that you saw a clocky that only you could see, right?
Yeah. We saw him before. Well, he was with Misha, but we saw him because he was running over to us, like screaming for help for Misha, who is currently being confronted by a group of angry people. So
I can't shake off this strange feeling. Am I really still so young at heart?
That's what's bugging you? Also, I believe you totally would be young at heart.
Forget it. It's not important. We'd better just follow Misha.
And there still might be more to it, but I do believe you're young at heart, Welt. Don't worry. I have faith. Let's see. Oh, I can. Okay, I said I'm not gonna get distracted. Here I am, like, ooh, emotions. Confused. Okay. But it's for calm.
Everyone, look! From here, you can see the most spectacular view of Dreamflux Reef.
A black hole? No. An accretion disk formed from consolidated memoria? Was Dreamflux Reef built on such unstable memoria?
Oh, so Mr. Yang is also versed in memoria dynamics. I was just trying to figure out how to explain this huge hole to everyone. I bet you guys have a lot in common with Miss Kami.
Who's Miss Kami? And also, it's only Welt. I had no words for how to describe that. Hey, birds. I'll be looking for your comrades.
Look, there she is. My calculations are finally done. In another 10 system hours, the above dream will swallow the dream below.
Ooh, okay.
My hypothesis was correct. This place will cease to exist as the dream devours everything.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Who are you all, and why haven't you left yet? This place is about to disappear.
What are you doing out here? Then why aren't you leaving? Who are you? I'm sorry that if I can stop one heart from breaking, jump scare caught me off guard. But then why aren't you leaving?
I'm Kami, a dreamscape surveyor specializing in memoria dynamics, and this is my life's work that I'm researching. See that huge gaping hole? It was just a narrow rift many years ago. But now it's grown into a giant hole. The surrounding memoria has been flowing towards the other end of the hole at a constant velocity, slowly but surely. But the scary part is, according to my calculations, the flow rate of memoria has recently changed, and it's faster than ever before. It's almost as if something is sucking it in from the other side.
By constantly improving upon Madame Rosalina's Memoria measurement method, I've finally obtained accurate results. After 10 system hours, the Dreamflux Reef will cease to exist. Just like the melting of glaciers, everything will crumble and disintegrate. The dreams on that side of the void will fuse into one.
Is that the goal they're, like, hoping for?
Please don't worry. This sort of thing has happened many times before. Miss Katie isn't a bad person. She's just a bit lost in her own world.
Nice way of putting it.
She'll probably realize she's wrong soon enough.
But what if she's right, Misha? Like, things could be different this time, and unfortunately she could be accurate.
You don't say. There was something else that piqued my interest. Who is Madame Rosalina?
Oh, do you know her too? Or are you also a fan of Memoria Dynamics?
We're very interested in Madame Rosalina's achievements. Could you tell us a little more about them?
Why, of course! She's an excellent scholar of Memoria Dynamics, and the first person to apply Memoria rate measurement methodology on interstellar travelers. Regrettably, due to the presence of the Garden of Recollection, ordinary people don't pay much attention to the nature of Memoria. She departed this world without much fame, leaving only a few thin journals behind. I came to Penacony to learn more about my idol, and went to great lengths to seek out Dreamflux Reef, all because this is her final resting place.
Okay.
Prodigies always meet their demise prematurely. If only Madame Rosalina had more time, she would have discovered a way to reverse the flow of Memoria.
Possibly, yeah.
I felt it. The source is in the Golden Hour. There is a certain anomalous presence stirring the currents of the memory zone. I must uncover more concrete proof. I must convince everyone.
Does the name Madame Rosalina sound familiar to you?
To me it does, but I have no idea. Yeah, wait. It was one of the nameless mentioned by the conductor, right? So that's why I was remembering it? I thought I was just going crazy.
That's right. It seems like she did a great deal of research and calculations in Dreamflux Reef before abruptly passing away.
Miss Katie regularly mentions her. I hear Madame Rosalina passed away during the prison war. She could see the Penacony of today. Its people building homes in the memory zone. I bet she'd be really happy.
I'd want her to be happy, but I'm a little concerned.
Perhaps.
Our destination is the commercial district. That's where the largest crowds gather in Dreamflux Reef. We might be able to find the others there.
So right here is where the music is coming from. You're taking great risks. Okay. My feline love. Sorry, I'll keep moving. Oh, hey, person. Sorry for intruding.
Let me go!
What March? What's happening with the
Please, come to
Pepeshi?
your senses. I'm begging you.
Do I have to walk up to every one of those to get an achievement? I can see it happening.
Ghost! There's a ghost! Don't come near me!
A ghost?
Oh my. I'm human and so are you. Can you get a grip? Mr. Yang and Miss Trailblazer, I've been waiting for you.
You call us Miss Trailblazer?
Quickly, come help. I bumped into a member of the family on the way here. He was so scared and I just wanted to calm him down. But...
Let me go! Let me go! I've only done good in my life. Why can't I rest in peace after death?
You think you're dead?
Well, this is how it turned out.
Now you shall pay respect to March 7th, Ghost of Dreamflux Reef. I don't think I should do this. You scared him this badly? To be fair, we're ones to talk. We traumatized a few of the people on the other side. But...
Ha ha, you're a regular comedian. He thinks he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Although, when I first fell in, I also thought the same.
Dear guest, this is not the afterlife. This is Dreamflux Reef.
That's right. Did you hear that? Repeat after me. Dreamflux Reef.
You're talking to someone invisible. If I'm not dead, what am I? I shouldn't have pushed my luck and tried sleeping in my dream. Curiosity kills the Papeshi.
Yeah, no, invisible who?
Stop asking! You'll alert the monsters. All the dead are right here. All of them.
You're not talking about the memory zone meme, are you?
Don't say that name! It's all your fault. They're coming!
What? Wait a minute. That looks intimidating. Okay,
Time to twirl!
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Okay.
He passed out. His intense negative emotions attracted the nearby memory zone memes.
I see. But why aren't the other people around here scared?
Unlike in the Sweet Dream, people here don't see memory zone memes as dangerous monsters. And even if they pose a threat, people can easily escape by forcing a wake-up call.
Okay, I can see that.
But we can't just leave this man here. Can we take him somewhere safe?
We can ask Jessie for help. I've gotten to know many locals while waiting for you guys.
I remember when
Everyone here is living a self-sufficient life. I don't know how to describe it, but this place feels like the real dreamscape.
At this rate, the family will be done for.
Yeah, no, I really do need to travel around and get all of the manholes, huh? The shop right there. Preservation. Okay, last one was nihility.
Hold your liquor. Try to
Let's see how you handle a stroke of genius like this.
What's this map? It's kind of a map. You're not who I meant to talk to. Interstellar cowgirl? Okay.
Evening, Jessie. Is it evening?
Welcome, Miss March. Who might these be?
These two are my friends. As for the man lying on the ground, he's a scaredy cat who fainted from fright.
I see. Another poor guy who accidentally ended up here. I'll take care of him.
Okay, okay.
There have been a lot of new faces lately. Things must be tough in the beautiful dream. The few remaining havens of freedom in Asdana will soon face trouble.
Do such things often happen here?
Not really, but they're becoming more frequent now. Guess it's one of the signs of the Sweet Dreams collapse. This man has had quite the shock. Could you help me find a Halovian lady, March? Her songs can heal mental wounds.
Oh, you talking about Robin?
A Halovian lady?
That must be Robin. She's also here in Dreamflux Reef.
Huh? Robin? But I thought she...
right. If Firefly is here safe and sound, then it means Robin must be okay too.
Misha's about to take us to her to find out what happened. But before that, let's meet up with Himiko. You were with her earlier, right?
We met some stowaways in the residential area. Most of them came from neighboring star systems. I heard that places like Dreamflux Reef are scattered throughout the memory zone of Asdana, like islands in the ocean. They existed before the family arrived.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
I also heard that when Dreamflux Reef took shape, it was the center of all dreamscapes in Penacony.
If that's true, it's no wonder there are so many similarities between this place and the Sweet Dream.
Himiko must be gathering information. Let's hurry up and get going.
Yep. Oh, okay. I was gonna walk off, but you just had to. Okay, emotions are there, but it's fine. So yeah, heading back this way. There's Himiko.
This is where we split up. She can't be too far away.
This is the one time I will let this happen. Huh? I wasn't expecting to get an achievement or a message from that, but okay.
So that's how it is. I never imagined we'd gather the remaining details here.
To borrow Gallagher's catchphrase, what an unpredictable twist of fate.
That does sound like him.
Himiko, here they are.
Ah, perfect timing. Now that everyone's here, I'd like to introduce everyone to Micah, who's partly in charge of the Land of the Exiles. Micah, these are my companions.
It's a pleasure to meet the Nameless.
You know us?
I've been keeping an eye on you since the day you arrived in Penacony. We would have met under more appropriate circumstances if Dreamflux Reef hadn't been isolated from the 12 Dreamscapes. Please, allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Micah, the Gravekeeper of Dreamflux Reef.
Gravekeeper?
Life in Dreamflux Reef is pretty liberating. Everyone here mostly keeps to themselves, without meddling in others' affairs. My daily task involves cleaning a few tombstones.
Oh, okay.
You're too modest, Micah. When lost dream chasers stumble upon this place, you're the one who takes care of them, guiding them back to the sweet dream, or showing them how to survive the wild dream chaos.
So, guardian of sorts.
Yeah, exactly.
Were you talking to me, Mr. Yang?
Wait.
On that note, Mr. Mika, which tombstones are you referring to? We didn't come across any graveyard when we arrived.
Hey, Welts? Are you, like, having a conversation with someone not currently on screen?
They're actually just symbolic stones. But since you're curious, Mr. Yang, I'll take you there. I have a feeling you might find something of interest there. But before that, you have an important guest joining you.
An important guest? Who could it be?
This way, please. The road's here.
I'm so sorry. The roads here probably aren't stable, is what was being said before I rudely interrupted him. Irritation. Why are you spying? That was creepy. I need to accept that I'm not gonna explore all this area immediately in one go.
So this is the so-called freedom of...
It's not the goal. You're doing good. I don't know why I shouted back at her. Hello there, Robin. It's nice to actually officially meet you.
There she is.
It really is her! Miss Robin!
Everyone sang so wonderfully. It's not often that I tried this music style, but I've gained some valuable insights from it.
Oh, I can't thank you enough, Robin. Well, these kids have made incredible progress in only a few days.
That's sweet.
It was nothing, Grace. I merely taught them how to sing. It was you who brought hope into their lives. Life must be quite difficult for them in reality, I imagine.
That's right.
Whenever it's time to say goodbye to these kids, they're reluctant to leave. But I've explored every corner of Dreamflux Reef, talked to everyone I met, and they all told me the same thing. This shattered dream is not worth clinging to.
It seems you truly are a child of the Harmony. Emma and Andy are orphans I took under my wing. Carol there, with her blind eyes, used to work at a nutrition center in the outer ring of Penacony. And as for Gary, he's been living with autism since he was a child. They're not old enough to enter the sweet dream managed by the family. If we compare people to birds, these kids are like fledglings with impaired wings. But in this dream, well, they can fly freely. Even if they stumble along the way, well, they're still relying on their own strength.
Okay.
And me, an old lady with no legs. Well, without this dream, I couldn't even walk toward them.
Oh.
I'm glad that you found a new life here in Penacony. It's just...
Don't worry, Robin. Dreams have their significance, but they aren't everything. Both the children and I understand this. No matter how long we fly through this dream, we will one day return to reality. But you know what? Emma and Gary aren't plagued by their insecurities anymore. No, and Carol is learning how to cope with her blindness. And Andy is livelier than ever. Well, even I've become more optimistic.
Yeah, it's helped them a lot.
You see, in dreams, we learn how to live. Once we return to reality, we learn how to survive.
And should our feathers be damaged, then we share our wings with one another. There's no need to covet an illusory sky in dreams, because we have the right and the ability to fly towards a broader horizon.
It's a relief to see you safe and sound, Miss Robin.
Yeah, it was looking bad for a bit.
It's nice to see you all again, Astral Express crew. I heard my disappearance caused quite the commotion out there. I'm really sorry about that.
Since you're here, can we assume that you're fully aware of the situation in Penacony?
Seems like it.
Ever since I returned to Penacony, my voice started to change, until it gradually faded away. At first, I thought it was a temporary ailment, perhaps due to having been away too long. I thought maybe it just takes some time for my body to acclimate to the high concentration of Memoria and Asdana. But now it seems the root of the problem goes way beyond me. There are elements around me that don't align with the harmony. And losing my voice is just one of the signs of the Sweet Dreams collapse.
The Sweet Dreams collapse. That memo keeper mentioned the same thing. So it's real.
While I was away from Penacony, the boundaries of the 12 dreamscapes kept expanding outward. But whenever I mentioned the anomalies in my dreams, all the family heads refused to talk about it. Only my brother was willing to respond. Later, I discovered the secret letters from the IPC ambassador, which further convinced me that there are hidden secrets beneath the surface of Penacony. So, Following the clues in the Oak family's dossiers, I found my way here. The land of the exiles, concealed by the family under the guise of death. A dream within a dream, where Penacony's past is buried.
Hearing you speak, it sounds as if your voice has made somewhat of a recovery.
That does seem to be like that. So yeah, this literally is just a place, for the most part, where they just get rid of people they don't want up top. Like, it sounds like in the past, though, you were able to freely, relatively easily transfer back and forth between them. But now it's more difficult, relying on Sleepy to really bring people in.
I hate to admit it, but the harmony in this place resonates more broadly than within the Sweet Dream. It's regrettable, but the family has experienced betrayal. The traitor, or traitors, abandoned their original principles and, using the name of harmony, exploited people's weaknesses to turn Penacony into the planet of festivities, trapping everyone in the illusion of the Sweet Dream. This is not the strong defending the weak, but rather the strong exploiting the weak. A world without equality won't ever be favored by the harmony. And naturally, those voices blessed by them have lost the ability to sing.
Could there be another force influencing the family's shift in philosophy, Miss Robin? Considering what happened with Acheron, it's difficult to conceive of another entity within the realm of the harmony capable of influencing everyone. Unless a power surpassing that of an emanator is involved.
I'd heard about what happened to the Cienjo Alliance, but as far as I'm aware, the family hasn't faced any such external interventions. Who knows? Perhaps I've just been away too long and missed something. Regardless, I cannot accept my home is moving towards the very opposite of what the harmony represents, while still claiming to uphold it. I must uncover the reason why Mikhail cut ties with the family, and who exactly it was who betrayed us all. Do you remember our arrangement, Mr. Micah? Well, here's my answer. I've decided to forgo my role, and never step foot on the Charmony Festival stage again.
Oh. 11 system hours until Charmony Festival.
Look here, brother.
Oh.
A little bird.
Oh my god. Why'd they, I wanted to know if we were gonna get more of these. But god, man, that hurts.
Looks like a fledgling Charmony dove. But Charmony doves don't live here. So how did this little bird get here? Maybe its parents abandoned it?
It looks weak and frail. Why don't we find something soft and make a nest for it?
This place is too dangerous for a fledgling. Let's take it with us. We can put it on the wooden shelf in front of your window.
Okay. A bird like that must have a beautiful singing voice. But where will it live?
I'll ask the family head to build a cage for it.
A cage? But then it won't have the freedom to fly, right?
Let's see. What is it that has captured the attention of the two best interpreters of the Great One? To the point that they've forgotten how to enjoy their dessert. Oh, poor little thing. Doesn't look like it's doing well. Do you want to rescue it?
I do. But I don't want to lock it up in a cage.
Why?
Even if it's small and not fully feathered, and can't sing, it didn't come into this world just to be locked up in a cage.
Very true.
Birds, they should be flying free in the sky.
That's quite the romantic idea. And what about you, a young scholar? Do you agree with your sister?
I think she's right. But if we leave it out in the wild, it won't survive for more than a few days at best.
Ah, I see. It seems our little scholar is still a bit unsure. Well, Let me tell you youngsters a story.
Now, is this the same voice we heard talking with Acheron, or would this be Mikhail? I know it's only been like an hour and a half in, but my memory is that shit. But I'm very intrigued.
As you probably know, Charmony doves can fly through the air. When they fly really high, the friction caused by the flapping of their feathers against the atmosphere creates amazing lights, so that they look like shooting stars.
I can see how that works.
We've seen this spectacle so many times that we think it's just something they can naturally do. But that's not the truth. Their radiant display is the result of countless struggles against nature over generations. Their ancestors were too weak to survive on the ground, so to escape predators, they started seeking new opportunities in the air. After countless attempts by many generations, one of them finally figured out how to fly. It soared into the sky and never looked back at the ground again.
I'm really starting to think it's definitely the first voice.
So, you mean birds aren't born to fly, but they find a way to do it through their determination, right?
That is a takeaway you can get from that.
Well, that's an idealistic way of putting it. So, what are your thoughts, Sunday?
I think people believe birds are meant to fly because they've never seen those birds crashing to their death.
That's an interesting perspective. So, have you decided what to do with the bird now?
For now, I'll keep it in a cage until it can take care of itself because I want it to live, no matter what.
Well said, kids. It seems each of you has found your own answer. Your insights are truly remarkable. And I hope they come true in their own way.
We will take good care of it, won't we, brother?
Yeah, but Mr. Gopherwood, there's one thing I don't quite understand.
Gopherwood?
And what might that be, my son?
What if this little Charmony dove never learns to fly in the end? I mean, if there are fledglings in this world that can never fly throughout their lives, should we let them go back to the sky? Only to see them crash to the ground and die?
But if you let that hold you back, would you rather deprive them of the opportunity to try?
Talking in your sleep, Birdie? Time to wake up.
Okay, so, yep, that was Sunday reminiscing, and now we're here.
Huh? Need a hand?
I'm still alive?
Yeah. Happy about that.
Where is Robin? Tell me. Now.
I knew that was going to be the first thing you'd ask. Don't worry, your sister is here, safe and sound. She's probably walking around the streets now. If I were you, I'd be more worried about myself. After all, right in front of you is the guy who just stabbed you in the chest with a dagger.
Okay, yeah, I mean, putting it very straight front, like, not front.
If you wanted to kill me, you wouldn't give me the chance to speak. Just tell me your demands, lackey of the Watchmaker.
So, you figured out who I am, huh? No wonder you had the guts to go against the Dream Master and the Four Families. Looks like I made the right choice.
Choice?
You are aware of my plan and see through my act. Time is running out, so let's drop the charades. I'm suggesting we cooperate.
Cooperate? What makes you think I'd cooperate with you?
The fact that the famous Robin has chosen my side. Plus, some clues about a traitor and a bright future for Penacony. Any of that catch your interest?
I find it hard to believe a man who's full of deception.
Fine. You don't have to trust me. What you should trust is the sense of justice inside of you.
That is a good call.
Show me Robin first.
All right, as you wish. Here she is.
Huh? Yeah, that is Firefly. Thank you very much. Also, hey, Firefly.
What's your trick this time?
Just kidding. I mean, this lady will lead us to Robin, right?
And the crew, too. There are too many people who you owe an explanation.
Yeah, no, she is not happy.
That'd be great. Please follow me, Honorable Oak family head. Now, all the actors are on the stage.
Okay, moments later.
This is the monument I mentioned earlier. The names inscribed on it should be familiar to all of you.
Rosalina and Tiernan.
When Penacony was known as a frontier prison, it was the Trailblazers who connected it with the stars. They were the heroes who saved Asdana, and their names deserve to be immortalized. Not just on this small stone tablet, but in the annals of history for all of time. However, today, the planet of festivities is nothing but sweet dreams. That heavy piece of history is all a distant memory. Just like that prison.
If their names are inscribed here, then that means...
According to Micah, they died long ago.
Rosalina was killed during the War of Independence. She ventured alone into the heart of the star system to investigate the flow of Memoria, but she never returned. Tiernan was a skilled gunslinger, strong and reliable. He led the people through countless battles, but he didn't live long enough to witness the arrival of true peace. In the decade following the war, Penacony faced challenges internal and external. To protect Asdana, Tiernan took up the way of the Trailblaze and led the Lampmoth family to explore beyond the system, only to be surrounded.
Stupid fucking
Wiped
swarm.
out by the swarm.
Though I had expected as much, the tales of these heroes truly are sorrowful.
True to the title of Trailblazer, they spent their lives venturing into the unknown. But what about this tablet? There are no names carved on it.
When Dreamflux Reef was created, its owner was still alive. However, he insisted on erecting a monument for himself, saying that it will happen someday. Here we meet again. Everyone from the Astral Express.
Hello there, dude.
Robin.
Okay. Hey, everyone.
Brother.
There's no need for words. You're safe, and that's all that matters.
Huh. The atmosphere sure is livened up with all these people in here.
It would do that.
I brought Gallagher here. It's time to face the truth.
I promised to give the siblings some privacy, so let's talk about our business first. What do you say?
Yeah, well, go on.
That sounds sensible enough. Since you went through the trouble of gathering the family heads, the crew, and the Stellaron hunters, I'm guessing you have something important to say, Mr. Gallagher?
Oh, is it that obvious?
The look on your face is practically screaming, I'm the one behind all this.
Oh. Let me just make sure everything's going okay. I think my stream died. The stream might be dead, guys, but the video is still going. But if the stream dies, I'm a little concerned for everything else. So I'll continue going, but yeah. um.
You're right, Mr. Yang. It is indeed time to come clean on everything.
Good to know.
The siblings already know what they need to, and they've made their choice. But you, Nameless, arrived a bit late. So it's only fair that I answer your questions.
Okay.
Before we begin, let me reintroduce myself. I'm the founder of Dreamflux Reef, the deputy of the Watchmaker, and the one who sent out that invitation.
Okay, so you're the reason why we're all here in the first place.
As Gallagher, the history fictionologist, I humbly extend my greetings to you all.
History fictionologist? So what, everything you told us was made up?
Well, don't worry. Almost everything I shared was true. Except for the part about the family accepting me back.
I double-checked with Micah, and everything he said about the family, the Watchmaker, and Mikhail is true.
Thank you for your understanding. Now let's get down to business. I'm sure you're all wondering why I went through the trouble of setting up this battle for the legacy, inviting different factions and stirring up a ruckus all over Penacony. Well, it all boils down to something very familiar to all of you. The Stellaron.
The Stellaron? But how is that possible? Penacony is a free-flowing interstellar hub. There are no signs of contamination whatsoever.
If they're saying that there is one here, could it be because of the... It could just be well hidden, right? I'm like trying to think about ways that maybe it could have evaded everyone's notice.
You're totally correct. So, care to take a guess at what that means?
Is someone manipulating it? Like, I don't know if I would... Well, I mean, it could be sealed. That could be an accurate thing. But manipulating could also go along with it being sealed, so...
How keen. Well, what should I
There we
say?
go.
I expected nothing less from the person here who is the most familiar with Stellarons.
I mean, true.
The sweet dream doesn't come out of thin air. If you think of the memory zone as the sea, creating the land of the dreams is like filling that wild ocean with earth to make an island. To achieve this feat, without the help of an emanator of remembrance or enigmata, the only way is to use a Stellaron.
That makes sense.
And that's not something you can achieve with a simple wish. It requires vast quantities of knowledge, time, and manpower. I'm sure you get what I'm hinting at. In Azdana, the planet of festivities itself is a Stellaron disaster.
The planet of festivities itself is a Stellaron disaster?
It can't appear distorted if the whole fucking thing was just that, right?
It all started a long time ago, back when the Watchmaker and his crew liberated the frontier prison. They faced countless challenges as they began building Penacony from the ground up. That's when the idea of using the Stellaron came into play.
Ooh. Okay, now that's fucking risky.
The Stellaron first entered the Azdana system during the war. The Nameless warned everyone against the folly of attempting to tamper with such a power, and most heeded their words. But there are always people in the shadows with ulterior motives. The turning point came after Tiernan's death. With two of the Nameless gone, the Watchmaker had to go to the front lines. It was at that moment his rivals saw an opportunity. By the time a representative from the Montour Systems family arrived at the Watchmaker's call, the Stellaron had already been activated and was seeping into the primordial synesthesia dreamscape.
And I suppose the family happened to possess the knowledge to seal the Stellaron?
Not just that. They knew far more about the Stellaron than the average person. They helped Mikhail swiftly quell the civil unrest and played a part in building Penacony under the disguise of the Harmony. Those three eras were known as the Age of Dreaming. The Watchmaker, who had been left in the dark, sent out invitations across the universe. spreading the hype around the land of the dreams.
Okay.
Then, how did they turn against each other?
Remember the island in the ocean metaphor? The truth is,
Yeah.
the Stellaron was never truly sealed. It existed in a different form within the dreamscape. Think about this. What would it cost to create and maintain such a lavish dreamland? It's people's lives.
Ooh.
The opulent dream is built upon the decay of spirits, with a toxic elixir called pleasure flowing through the dreamscape. It tempts people to indulge in the dreamscape, and gradually their minds succumb, becoming nourishment for the sweet dream. Confusion, laziness, and cowardice, weaknesses that plague humanity, were magnified and nourished by the family. Penacony became a new kind of prison, even more impenetrable than the previous one. Sadly, we realized this far too late. By then, the family had a firm grip on Penacony, swiftly quelling any opposition that arose. At my wit's end, I had to use the power of the Enigmata, and sought refuge in this chaotic realm. Over the years, I created a meme within this dream for our use. Dormancy. That's its real name. We exploited a loophole. You see, regular people can't fall asleep again while they are inside the dreamscape.
So this is the true meaning of the impossible. You sent out invitations in the Watchmaker's name to find forces capable of resolving the Stellaron disaster and draw them into Penacony to uncover the truth.
It's not just that. Above all, I wanted to see what happens when the major factions engage in a struggle for the legacy. Since this is the Watchmaker's first announcement in decades, the traitor within the family is bound to reveal themselves.
That does hold some truth, yeah.
So, the legacy is just a facade.
If you want to consider the Stellaron as the legacy, I'm totally fine with that.
I don't think we need another Stellaron, personally.
If that's the case, where is the Stellaron now?
That's a question for Mr. Wings. The Stellaron is still under the family's control, and as the head of the Oak family, I'm sure he holds all the answers.
Yeah, we'll see what he knows.
As I suspected, the core of this issue lies within the Stellaron. As I suspected.
Firefly, I love you, but...
You all look quite serious. Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't know, there just might be. There's so much more that I feel we need to learn about you. Especially because you have, you're kind of covering it, but you have that little, clip that all of us, in the place have.
Are you done talking? So, will you tell us where the Stellaron is?
Or at least where you would assume it's at? I don't know if you know the specifics.
It is the Penacony Grand Theater itself.
As I suspected, it's the embodiment of the family. The edifice that first materialized within the Sweet Dream. That's what turned Penacony into its current state.
As for the person who employed its power, it is in fact Mr. Gopherwood, the current Dream Master.
Okay, yeah, the voice in Sunday's memory.
Well, that was easier than I thought. Did you conduct your own investigation already?
Correct. When I was trying to track down the person who murdered my sister, apart from you, Gopherwood was my second suspect.
Confronting me first turned out to be a smart move on your part.
I didn't have other options. The Dream Master has been elusive, and even the heads of the families can hardly get an audience with him. Moreover, Mr. Gopherwood has been kind to my sister and me. And I didn't want it all to end like this.
That does make sense, and it's very unfortunate that it does in fact seem to be him.
What do you mean by that?
To be honest, my brother and I are also victims of the cancer of all worlds. We grew up as orphans, and were adopted by the family when they came to help. Mr. Gopherwood recognized our potential and brought us to Penacony.
Yeah, that is so fucked up. If, like... So in the end, he caused all this, and he brought these two in because he saw something in them. Like, maybe he did have, like, not ill intent, but, like, the notion that he possibly literally just picked them up because he saw them as a good opportunity to, like, use in the future, that would be so fucked up.
But I can't just stand by and watch Mr. Gopherwood become an enemy of the Harmony. I won't use my voice to support an evil cause. I won't step on that stage and sing, no matter who the traitor is, or what orders they give me. I won't let the Charmony Festival become an event that destroys Harmony itself, or the paradise in our dreams.
Indeed. For the paradise in our dreams. As the head of the Oak family, I'm responsible for ensuring Penacony's promising future. Robin and I will head into the sweet dream and confront the Dream Master. And if it turns out that the family has truly strayed from the Harmony, I'll fight alongside you. We'll put the Charmony Festival on hold and make sure Mr. Gopherwood pays for his blood debt.
The enemies you are about to face aren't like this old dog here, who can barely even bark. Since our interests are aligned, why don't we team up? Maybe, just maybe, we'll have a shot at success.
We have always been following in the footsteps of our nameless predecessors, and there's no reason to stop now.
Yeah, we Nameless won't back down from a challenge. Isn't that right, Miss Trailblazer?
Ain't nothing to fear no more. We'd win. Heroes never back down. Peace was never an option. Nod, surrender pitch? No. No. We are all about seeing this through to the end, no matter what. Even if it hurts us in the end.
Exactly! It's time for the crew to save the world once more!
Rest assured, sitting on the sidelines isn't in our nature. Mr. Sunday, Miss Robin, I'm willing to accompany you on behalf of the Astral Express. Having a third party present should help with negotiations. And could make all the difference if things get ugly.
Thank you, Mr. Yang.
Thank you all very much.
The Charmony Festival is about to start, and time is against us. We must hasten.
Everyone, let's gather over here. We still need to make some preparations.
We still don't know, like, we had the brief explanation of what Sparkle's plan is from when she talked to Aventurin, but we don't know if that's fully something we can trust, like 100%. Sorry, girl. Sorry, Granny. I took your bird accidentally.
I may have been quick to step up to the plate, but confronting the Dream Master could be a very dangerous affair.
Huh? Even you're saying that, Mr. Yang? How powerful is that Dream Master?
He's the leader of the families of Penacony, and he has the entire power of the Harmony behind him. Not to mention the Stellaron in his possession. We must proceed with great caution.
Maybe you can just stay behind this time, Mr. Yang?
I don't think he's gonna do that, March.
No, that won't do. Even if we count Robin as an ally, something felt off about Mr. Sunday just now. Although, I can't quite put my finger on it. I have to make sure he won't turn against us when things start to get dicey.
Yeah, I don't want to feel so guarded against people who could genuinely be here purely to try to help us out. But something about Sunday is still off, and I always thought, like, after the last part of the quest, I was like, is he under the influence? Even if not completely, but is he under the influence?
You're still carrying the keepsake the IPC envoy gave you, right? May I borrow it for a moment?
Okay, please give this back.
Huh. I knew it.
I don't think this will bring us any luck. What do you need it for?
As I suspected, this chip Aventurine gave to you is actually a miniature transmitter. If I'm right, he intends to use it to track your location or contact you when needed. As it so happens, this may actually be of some use in the current situation.
Aventurine? Is he still alive? And what does he have to do with our mission to confront the Dream Master?
Remember what I said earlier? Working with the IPC is a way to keep the family in check. If negotiations go south and the family show their true colors by going after the Stellaron, I'll use this transmitter to send a message to the IPC. It'll be just the opportunity the IPC ambassador was hoping for. The only question mark in all of this is Aventurine's current status. But the IPC is always listening, especially senior strategic investment department heads like him. Getting the message across shouldn't be a problem.
Good luck to you, Welt.
Well, you take care too. If anything goes wrong, don't worry about me. Just make sure to seal the Stellaron.
Let's hope nothing goes wrong.
Like a true hero. Even if the Dream Master is innocent, the family's corruption runs deep. I won't make the same mistake Mikhail did. Let's wish him the best of luck.
Don't you have something else to tell us, Gallagher?
Oh, is there more?
Why would you say so?
Before we departed, the conductor asked us to inquire about the 3 nameless in Penacony. We've already collected intel about Rosalina and Tiernan, so the only one left is Legwork. If I'm not mistaken, we've already met him somewhere, haven't we?
It's not enough to say meet, but the answer is pretty obvious. After all, I've hinted at it in quite an evident way. I've been watching over you ever since I received the reply from the Astral Express. And I've seen the great effort you all put into linking different realms together across the cosmos. And now, after getting this far all in one piece, you have truly proven yourselves. Miss Himiko, were you the one who repaired the Express and got it sailing through the cosmos again?
Yes.
And you two, young Nameless, you have very interesting life stories and extraordinary skills.
Yeah. I was gonna say this, but no. Believe in the galactic baseballer supremacy.
What? Hey, you can't just make up titles like that.
Why not, Marge?
You're full of energy. Please send my regards to the conductor, Pom Pom. Please let them know that their friend had fond memories from his time aboard the Express, which he reminisced on every time he had a good drink. As for the last Nameless, he embarked, disembarked, and embarked again, traveling in a great circle, ending up back where he started. On his deathbed, he told me to find the Astral Express and deliver an invitation to the future Nameless. He left behind a special gift, a true legacy. Something that belongs only to the successors of the Trailblaze. Come with me. Now is the time to reveal it.
Okay.
Back here again.
Underneath the one with no name on it.
Sometimes I feel like you're still alive, old friend. Like you've still got so much to say and do. I've kept my promise. Brought the future Trailblazers you've waited so long for. I don't know why you were so obsessed with that train. But I remember your last words. Don't let us down, old man.
Oh! What's with the music?
What's happening?
Oh my god, it's the stage!
Go ahead. His resting place lies in the garden up ahead. The first and last nameless of Penacony. Mikhail Char Legward, the Watchmaker.
The music in Penacony is like just so good for like setting up the atmosphere. I know I say things. I need to just accept that I'm gonna say things wrong and people might notice, but I really don't know what to expect heading up here. Space anchor set. Okay, that's creepy. I'm a little intimidated. Beneath the sea surface of Memory Zone, in a garden closest to the full moon in the water, an elderly man rests on a recliner, enveloped in utter silence. The Watchmaker, Mikhail, has passed into that endless, timeless dream where no sound could ever awaken him.
Sure enough, the Watchmaker is the third nameless. Even I could guess that one.
Is this where we get the hat?
The legacy he left behind was a dream bubble. I believe inside that bubble, there's something that holds meaning only for the nameless. After all, when I checked its contents, I found nothing inside. Maybe some Trailblaze runes? Even more mysterious than me.
Well, let's have a look.
As the words cease, Himiko nods ever so slightly in your direction. You take a deep breath, steady your mind, and turn your gaze towards the Watchmaker. Touch the dream bubble in Mikhail's hand. You press your hands against the dream bubble, and the thick memorial converges under the strain, then stretches outward from your fingertips. As if weaving a delicate web, it gently cradles your palm. A chill travels from your fingertips, carrying it with it a myriad of vibrant and intertwined memories, as experience would suggest. But this time, you see nothing at all. It's clearly extraordinary. Perhaps the approach was wrong, you think, holding your breath and closing your eyes. With one knee on the ground, you press your forehead against the thin film coated on the memoria. Yet before you, there remains an abyss of darkness. No crimson sun descending upon snow-capped mountains. No gentle laughter. No twinkling stars. No echoes of swords clashing. And most of all, no traces of Trailblaze. There is nothing and nothing in there. Indubitably, this is but an empty dream bubble.
Wait, what's going on? Seriously? There's nothing inside this dream bubble?
Could it be related to Clocky? Because wasn't Clocky supposed to be the embodiment of the Watchmaker? Am I remembering it wrong, or am I possibly onto something?
How could a dream bubble be empty?
Just as I suspected. That old man always had this strange belief in the nameless and the Trailblaze. And I never understood where he got that confidence from. Especially since he never managed to get in touch with the Express while he was alive. I could never figure out what was going on in that old man's head. But this empty dream bubble is so typical of him. He was always full of weird fantasies and incomprehensible romanticism. That mischievous old man. Well, didn't expect him to leave anything concrete behind anyway.
Don't think that's the case, Gallagher. I'm sure Mikhail has left us the most precious thing of all.
I'm sorry, Himiko, I was listening to you, but then I saw the bird behind you.
Don't start getting all philosophical on me, alright?
Just as Mikhail believes in the nameless of the future, we unconditionally believe in the nameless of the past. How could they leave with regrets for the future when they were ready to dedicate their lives to the land they loved? There must be something contained in this dream bubble. It's just we haven't figured it out yet. You also have faith in the Watchmaker, don't you, Gallagher?
Well, I'm a follower of the Enigmata. My philosophy forbids me to have faith in anything.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's gonna stop you.
That's why I understand what faith means in the path of Trailblaze. And I also want to know what he left behind. I'll leave it to you guys then.
Can I borrow your pet? I need to make a trip back to Golden Hour and check something at the Dreamscape sales store. It's for Mikhail, and for the future of Penacony.
Okay. Wonder what that could be about. Whoa, whoa! Boot Hill's POV. 10 system hours.
Welcome to the Reverie Hotel. How may I help you?
I was not expecting this. Okay. Also, I wanted... Okay.
Greetings. We're the Nameless from the Astral Express, and we'd like to check in.
I don't know how long this quest is, so I'm like really debating when I should cut off the first video.
The Astral Express?
But I don't know.
Thought...
Yes, my companion's already checked in. My name is Dan Hung, and I believe my personal information is recorded in your system.
I see, but your companion said you wouldn't be coming due to a change of plans.
Now the plans have changed again.
And you are...
Me? I'm...
Pom-Pom?
Pom-Pom. A new Nameless who's also with the Astral Express.
Oh my god, okay, this isn't Boot Hill, guys. Like, that's a typo. This is Pom-Pom. Get your facts straight. This is Pom-Pom. Okay?
He's my fellow Trailblazer.
Oh my god.
We responded to the family's invitation before he boarded the express, so he wasn't registered in your system.
This is totally
Is
believable.
it possible to accommodate him as well?
Totally not sus in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, I see. Another one of the Nameless had a similar situation.
Yep.
Seems like a lot of people are joining the Trailblaze these days.
Yeah, it's crazy the number of people who are doing that.
Since there's a precedent, it shouldn't be a problem. Just give me a second to contact your companions.
Now that might be a problem, because I don't know if you can contact us.
I'm sorry, dear guests, but it seems I'm unable to reach the other members of the Astral Express.
What do you mean by unable to reach them?
My apologies. This is the first time I've encountered a situation like this. However, the system indicates that those guests are still in the dreamscape.
How about this? Give me their room number, and we'll go check on them ourselves.
I'm afraid that's not possible. I need to verify both of your identities before I can share any guest information.
How about you just wake up someone? Let's say, Welt?
I'm sorry, but there are strict rules regarding forced awakening. It cannot be done without the proper clearance.
Yeah, the rules are starting to bite us in the butt.
So nothing works, huh? What's your solution then? Are you saying we sleep here? At the reception?
Please be patient. We need to contact your companions in order to confirm your identities.
And now it seems you need to confirm our identities before you can contact our companions.
It does seem to be the case, yeah.
It seems so.
Oh, fudge. Look, nothing personal.
Please calm down, dear guests. I do recall that Mr. Sunday, the Oak family head, personally handled this issue earlier. Oh,
and you're not going to be able to contact him either.
While I contact him.
I don't think she's trying to give us a hard time. She really just doesn't know what to do.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You tried to contact them on the Express earlier, but they didn't respond.
Something doesn't seem right. I need to leave for a moment. You can stay here with the receptionist.
Okay, this could go either bad or bad.
Sure thing. Just don't keep me waiting forever. Non-Hoyo seems pretty worried about his companions. I should give him some space. Stressing out about it won't help anything.
Okay, that's pretty considerate of you. I hate that I can't pull for these guys. That's why I'm trying to get stuff done on my other account. Because I want to pull for them, but I've made it to where I'm going to pull for Firefly. Which means I cannot spend any of my stellar jades.
I'm Cody of the Bloodhound family, head of security for the hotel. How may I assist you?
Hello. So, there's something I wanted to ask about. I've been hearing some unsettling rumors about certain incidents that might affect the Charmony Festival. Do you think there's anything to be worried about? I've traveled all the way from the Hayahi Federation, and I don't want my trip to be ruined.
What do you mean?
Wait. You haven't heard?
I'm not sure where you heard those rumors, but they're completely baseless. I can assure you, as a representative of the Bloodhound family, that everything is going smoothly for the Charmony Festival.
Yeah, and in this case, either she doesn't know or she's just doing her job, and she's supposed to not let anyone feel like this is going to be major.
At present, all of the families are focused on making sure the festival starts on time. Even the Dream Master himself has arrived.
Ooh,
so
that's
don't
important.
Worry, your trip won't be in vain.
That's a relief to hear. She doesn't appear to be acting.
Yeah.
So, it seems that even the hotel staff are out of the loop.
Yeah, I would believe that to be the case.
Room rates keep going up.
Oh, okay, the Pepeshi just spawned.
The Charmony Festival is about to start! I'm so excited!
Hey! You guys here for the Charmony Festival too?
Well, I didn't come all the way here specially for the festival. Honestly, I don't really even know what it's about. But I heard it's a lot of fun!
Well, back in my home world, Anaria, we have festivals like that all the time. My dad threw me a birthday party one time that was just as extravagant as the Charmony Festival.
That's crazy to have a birthday party of that scale.
Oh, come on! The Charmony Festival is a once-in-an-Amber-era event. How can a birthday party compare?
You'd be surprised. Some people go all out.
Well, you never know, right? Maybe on her world, birthdays only happen once in Amber Era. Anyway, let's forget about that. Have you heard about the, unsettling things happening in the dreamscape?
Unsettling things? What could possibly go wrong? It better not ruin the Charmony Festival! I've been looking forward to it!
Relax. With a big event like this, there's bound to be lots of gossip and rumors. Don't worry. If anything does happen, the family will be on top of it.
Yeah, so they don't know either.
Oh, that's a relief. I didn't come all this way to see the festival go down the drain. Well, looks like I won't get any fudging clues out of these two. They're clueless. Back already?
Hasn't she returned yet?
Nope. I'm starting to wonder. Sending her to contact Sunday was a good idea. Neither the staff nor the guests seem to know anything about what's happening in the dreamscape, and wherever we go, all we see is people enjoying themselves. Definitely not a good sign.
I agree. Another unusual thing is that the Oak family is supposed to be in charge of organizing the council and managing everything inside and outside the dreamscape. However, I walked around the hotel, but didn't meet a single member of the
Oh,
Oak
they're
family.
all not around.
Well, I'll be forked. If I remember correctly, the head of the Oak family is that Sunday guy, right?
Yeah, so I keep
We
skipping
shouldn't linger
words.
here too long. Let's go back to the Express for now.
Not so fast. Have you ever robbed the IPC, bro? If you run away now, everyone will be chasing after you.
Are you suggesting we sit here and do nothing?
I wouldn't say do nothing, but let's stay put for now. Even if the family has ulterior motives, they couldn't have anticipated us showing
That's
up
true.
here. We're the surprise factor for them. They don't want to attract unwanted attention from certain outsiders, so they won't do anything reckless. See? The IPC lackeys are keeping a close eye on this hotel.
If I were a family member, I'd find an official excuse and keep the surprise factors here. If we just wait here, that would be like walking into their trap.
But I don't think they're thinking about that aspect. I get where you're coming from, dude. I do, but I genuinely think Boot Hill might actually have a good idea here.
Of course, we don't need to walk into their trap. I gave a backup plan to the memo keeper. If it turns out we won't be allowed to enter the dreamscape, she'll order a drink for me in the VIP lounge at the hotel. In reality...
A secret signal.
That's right.
Oh, a concrete object can indeed help the memo keeper establish a connection with you. But Boot Hill, if you have more backup plans in the future, I hope you'll let me know in advance.
True, that is not something you should quite keep from someone you're trying to work with in the moment.
I'm sorry, but it's one of my quirks. I have too many unreliable friends. And if I reveal
Also
that
true,
I have
though.
backup plans, things can go awry. And that would leave all backup plans completely useless.
How do we get into the VIP lounge?
That's what we need to figure out.
This is where my street smarts come into play.
You can actually book a stay on credit, and the interest is surprisingly low.
But that's a trap. Don't listen to that. Anyways.
You're the lobby manager, right?
Yes, I am. How may I assist you?
We're the Nameless from the Astral Express. We wanted to check in, but there's something wrong with your system. The lady at the front desk said she would contact the manager, but now she's nowhere to be found. Now, we've been waiting here forever, without any food or water. What the fork, man? Is this how the family treats its guests?
Is this your idea of street smarts? Starting an altercation?
Hey, sometimes it works.
It's called standing up for your rights.
I apologize for the inconvenience. Please wait while we try to contact Mr. Sunday. I'll arrange 2 premium seats in the VIP lounge so you can rest there while you wait.
Wow, that worked really well.
See? Just like that.
Just don't call yourself Nameless next time.
Yeah, he's not appreciating these methods being associated with him.
Wow, this bar's something else. Certainly worthy of the planet of festivities.
1 peach soul. Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, I have an order for a bottle of Donna's White Oak. Can you help us find it?
Donna's White Oak. I think there might be a misunderstanding. We don't serve that here.
Oh, no way. Are you sure you're not mistaken?
If someone had reserved such a beverage, I would definitely remember it. It sells for hundreds of thousands of credits per bottle, after all. I couldn't afford to cover for such an item if it were broken or lost.
Okay.
That's strange. Well, could it be that the memo keeper couldn't afford it?
That shouldn't be the case. There's definitely something else here.
Then what should we do now?
Oh, no need to rush. Let's grab some drinks first. Maybe I arrived too early and she hasn't come yet. Now, let's see what kind of juice malts you all have here. Well, give me a glass of Heenum Valley, 40 years. I'll have it neat. No ice.
Well, that's the most expensive one on the list. You have a taste for the finer things.
Seems like it. Please don't put it on the, nameless's credit. I will cry.
It's on the house, anyway.
What can I get for you?
Anything you recommend is fine.
Then I would recommend today's special, Glass Village. It's classic
Okay.
Soul Glad mixed with Laboom juice. It's refreshing and suits your cool demeanor. Just 1 minute.
Is Soul Glad safe to have? I don't know. I don't trust that beverage.
Ah, this flavor. Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Ooh, really hits the spot. Truly the finest sherry cask aged malt juice in the cosmos.
Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Is that really something that humans enjoy?
Hey, this guy doesn't know anything at all.
As long as you're satisfied, dear guests, please enjoy.
Let's give the memo keeper another half system hour. If she doesn't show up, we'll need to come up with a new plan. In the meantime, let's take stock of the situation. What do you think?
The situation is unclear. Something must have happened on the planet of festivities, but the public is unaware of it. Someone in a position of power within the family must be covering it up. It's unusual for the followers of the Harmony to invite other factions, let alone the IPC and the Masked Fools. If what you said about the Emanator of the Nihility is true, the situation in Penacony is a little complicated, to say the least.
Yeah, just the least.
Actually, there's something else I'm concerned about. Regarding Acheron. As you know, the faction that follows the path of the Hunt are some of the most dangerous folks in the cosmos to mess with. I mean, who in their right mind would impersonate the Cienjo Alliance or the Galaxy Rangers? It's like asking for a death wish. Isn't there a saying among the Cienjo people that the Rainbow Sect lets their Lux Arrow do all the beating?
Is that actually the saying?
Talking. Do all the talking.
Well, you know what I mean. Even though the Galaxy Rangers have been out of sight for years, we've been keeping an eye on this region. Even the dumbest criminals know better than to mess with the Annihilation Gang, much less the Rangers. But that Acheron lady, she doesn't seem like a lunatic at all. On the contrary, she's highly logical and organized. She knows exactly when to hold back and when to strike without mercy.
And do you believe that someone like her would have an ulterior motive for impersonating a Galaxy Ranger?
Probably, like, in a sense, maybe? Like, she's definitely using that cover for a reason. I'm just trying to think of what the reason could physically be.
I'm not entirely sure, but I do have my suspicions. Maybe she knows a Galaxy Ranger, or perhaps she's trying to lure us out for some reason, which I can't figure out.
Anyway, what worries me more are the anomalies within the family. They've summoned followers from various paths for the festival. No matter how generous such a gesture is, this move seems highly unusual. Unless the invitations weren't sent by them. If that's the case, it's even more intriguing that the family insists on organizing the Charmony Festival, despite the chaos.
Maybe It's Shipei the Harmony pulling the strings. You find it beyond human understanding because it wasn't arranged by humans at all. People do stupid things out of irrational impulses. They abandon their principles when self-interest is involved. They believe in things they know they shouldn't, and fudge, they even break their own rules. But Eons don't. They stick to their determined path and never turn back, even if they reach a dead end.
You think Shipei's will is behind all this?
It may not necessarily be Shipei, but there's definitely some higher entity involved. I know it may sound pessimistic, but if human free will were reliable, why would we even need Galaxy Rangers? It's much simpler when you boil it down to the eons and paths. Like how Lon always follows the path of the hunt, or how the Express stays true to the Trailblaze despite Akavili's disappearance.
Okay.
But in my opinion, Akavili's fall holds significance for the Nameless.
Oh. So you're saying the Nameless now have to take responsibility for their own choices because their absolutely right leader is gone?
Exactly. I believe the purpose of the journey isn't just about following a path that's always considered absolutely right. It's more about doing your best to choose the right path for yourself among countless possibilities, even with limited insight and judgment.
I don't know what you've been through, but I agree that people must take responsibility for their choices, because no one else can do it for them. That's why the Galaxy Rangers need to uncover the imposter and figure out her true intentions. Just in case. I have a backup plan if the Memo Keeper doesn't show up. This is my final backup plan. I promise.
This is, like, I'm so sorry. I've gone, like, silent, and it has nothing to do with the time or anything. It's legit. I'm just so, like, sucked into this in the moment. This is very interesting. I wasn't comprehending the fact that we'd be bringing, Don Hung in here somehow. And I didn't think it would be Boot Hill of all people.
You sure have a lot of cards up your sleeve.
He's gotta.
Well, going back to my old career would make things a lot easier. By the way, when you were walking around the hotel, did you happen to see any important-looking guests?
What's your plan?
It's simple. We just grab some hostages and use them as bargaining chips with the family. Or maybe we can even take their identities.
No need for that. We'll return to the Express now.
That, like, he can only take so much of your brute forcing it.
Wait, are you getting scared? Draw your weapon. Let's make a big scene.
Are you leaving, esteemed guests? Would you like to cancel that as Donna's White Oak you just ordered?
Huh? As Donna's White Oak? But didn't you just say...
Ha ha. Looks like you are a bit intoxicated, esteemed guests.
Okay, yeah, no, Black Swan's here, cool, we're good. We're safe.
White Oak just a moment ago.
Yep, we're safe.
Looks like your Memo Keeper friend has finally arrived.
Oh, right. Sorry, my memory's not the best. You know, too many modifications and all. Anyway, let me check. Well, fork me. It says Donna's White Oak, all right. And there's a note. I'll be waiting for you on the Astral Express.
No mistake. That's her message to you. She knew the hotel wasn't safe, so she suggested we find another place.
Well, looks like we took a detour, but now it's back to the Astral Express. So, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Come on, please. I want to see more of this. Cool. We're not switching POVs.
You're back?
Hey, Pom Pom.
2 guests just boarded saying they were looking for Boot Hill, so I told them to wait in the parlor car.
2 guests. Black Swan and... It wouldn't be Acheron, would it? Or...
Oh, just in time.
I'm trying to think about...
2 guests?
Yeah, no, 2.
Yeah, her too. Look, we welcome all passengers on the Astral Express, but sneaking in like that, you have no regard for etiquette.
Hey, you know, times call for some desperate measures.
My apologies, conductor. It was an oversight on my part. I assumed you were already acquainted with the garden. Given the chaotic situation in Penacony, the Nameless are the only ones we can truly trust right now.
You are the memo keeper.
Pleased to meet you, Dan Hung. I've seen you in others' memories. And as for Boot Hill, this is our first face-to-face meeting. I hope you enjoyed that bottle of Astana's White Oak. You sure have a refined taste.
Seems like it.
Finally, memo keeper. Well, let's cut to the chase. Spill everything you know.
That's precisely what I intend to do. But before that, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is
Oh,
Black
yeah, no,
Swan,
Acheron is here.
and I serve the Garden of Recollection as a memo keeper. As for Acheron's story, I'm sure she knows it better than I do.
Greetings. I'm Acheron.
What? You Garden of Recollection shirtbag! You betrayed me!
I apologize, but she did that at my request. Due to certain reasons, I have been exiled by the family. Thankfully, this memo keeper came to my aid and helped me escape their surveillance unnoticed.
To be honest, it was more like stalking than helping. And the process was far from unnoticed. But we did escape.
I asked her to guide me to a place beyond the family's reach and to contact a few trustworthy individuals. Namely, all of you.
Trustworthy? Son of a nice lady. You think I'm dumb or something? How about this? I'll put a few bullet holes in your head.
I don't think you could actually even touch her, but...
Out. Then, we can talk about trust.
It doesn't have to be like that. I'm willing to answer all your questions, but not right now. If my cover hadn't been blown, we might have had more time, but at the moment, we don't have any other options.
No other options? What do you mean?
This is the only way I can ensure everyone's safety.
Okay, I know something bad.
I kindly request an immediate warp jump out of the Astana star system.
This passenger is requesting...
As far as I can tell, she's not a threat, and seems to be telling the truth.
I've briefly traveled with your companions and know their whereabouts, Dan Hung. Please rest assured, your nameless companions are safe, but they need our help. As for Boot Hill, you may have guessed. I've been waiting for you. Galaxy Rangers are known for their elusive nature and limited contact with each other, so this was the only way I could reach out to you. Only by doing this can I find a true Galaxy Ranger and fulfill a long-standing promise.
Promise, okay.
To return his relics to their rightful owner.
Oh, is this the person from that, like, shot before...
Someone once told me that every rainfall is like a gift from the heavens. A sign of their mercy upon the world.
Oh.
Raindrops are said to be the tears of the gods, shed in response to the sorrows of the world. Their constant pouring is a reminder that the gods haven't abandoned us yet. So, how long has this rain been going on for?
I used to believe, just like you,
that it would eventually stop. Years and decades passed. And in the end, such hope faded away before the rain did. Looks like the god you mentioned doesn't exist after all.
As he spoke, the old man's gaze remained fixed on the distance. Amidst the fine drizzle of black rain, countless shadowy hands emerged from the sea, shrouded in an ethereal mist, reaching out towards the sky, one by one.
Well, let me share a story with you. Mortals who walk the paths are like sailors on a vast ocean, leaving behind a trail that creates countless ripples of possibilities. These ripples last longer than the fleeting lifetimes of humans. And for some, their presence leaves such a strong mark that it's reflected in the waves.
Like those shadows on the ocean.
Sin-thirsters, the obsessions of the Pathstriders, they emerge from the depths of IX, seeing themselves as masters of their own destiny, unknowingly repeating the actions of their past lives. They emerge from the nihility and head toward it, leading purposeless lives. However, these hollow phantoms, they were once my dear companions. A group of Galaxy Rangers.
Are you watching over them?
Watching over them? No. I'm guiding them toward transcendence. It was a brutal war. A crusade that shook the universe. The universe witnessed the fall of Zulo, the Lord Ravager, but it came at a price. A price so hefty that only those who were there still remember. The unwavering determination of the Hunt followers persists even in death. So someone must guide these lost souls to their life beyond. They were heroes in their time, and they shouldn't be reduced to mere puppets of nihility. As for me, I've suffered too many losses on that battlefield to advance any further. And that makes me the most fitting person to carry out this task.
But you know, these sin-thirsters, they're not who they used to be.
Does this seem pointless to you? Well, some tasks have to be done, even if they are pointless.
I can help you.
For what?
For the meaning of the nihility. That's what I've been seeking.
I see. After all, this realm is off limits to ordinary souls, right? Thank you, stranger. I wish that you find what you seek.
Before we part ways, I have one more question. It is true that their actions and even their entire lives may seem pointless from our perspective. But if, and it's just an if this is what the departed ones expected, should we try to change it?
That's interesting. Like, when Acheron wins it, and it's just an if, like, the like, little echo, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be very, proper with my words here, but the echo kind of lifted, and even like the backing rain, it seemed to clear there for just that statement alone.
A good question. And a profound one. I don't know the answer. What I do know is that one day I too will pass away. And when I bid farewell to this world, someone will stand at my grave
Aww.
and place a bouquet of flowers on it.
Oh, we're switching to Robin. No, I wanted to see more of that. 9 system hours until terminate. Oh no.
When I appeared as a child, my speech, mindset, and soul reflected immaturity and innocence. As I grew into adulthood, I left behind my childlike side.
I humbly request your blessings, esteemed advocate of Shipe.
Come to me, my kinship. I have sought their presence with us.
As you wish. I have faithfully served the Alfalfa family for nearly a decade, promoting the path of the harmony to the best of my ability. However, I made a mistake yesterday. While I was preparing dinner for the family head, I accidentally dropped a prepared dish on the floor.
Okay. You know, that's just an accident. It sucks, but you know, it is just an accident.
Out of laziness, I lied
Okay.
and claimed that everything was ready. Although the head has dismissed me as punishment, it has been tough to sleep with the guilt still gnawing at me, as I worried that the seeds of evilness may have taken root in my soul. So, I confess to you now, to seek atonement for my sins.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have lied about it. I understand, you know, especially if you've been working nonstop, that you might be like, oh god, I just not want to deal with this next little issue, but no. That was a bit of your fuck up.
Do you sincerely repent and vow to change your ways?
Yes.
Have you examined your soul and confessed all your sins?
Oh. Yes.
I'm a little concerned. I don't know. Sunday has always fucking scared me a little bit.
Are you willing to accept the process of atonement?
Yes.
Very well. Show your dedication and goodwill to the family, and you shall be reinstated among them. Now, please, leave in peace.
Oh, praise Shipe. And thank you, esteemed advocate.
Next, please step forward.
I wholeheartedly confess to you. Please, pardon my sins.
Is this literally like a big part of what he had to do this whole time? Was he just listens to all the people come in and just like literally this is like even like framed, like maybe he's looking out a window, but it's almost like I don't know the proper term, like a confession, like almost like the confession box type of thing. If I'm wrong, go ahead, you can inform me. I'm just not knowledgeable in these areas. But it's kind of like that. He's literally just listening in and, like, accepting and taking on and, like... Ooh, I wish I had all the words. But no, this is... I don't know.
Rest assured, I have implored their presence to be with us. As long as you are sincere, absolution will be granted.
Oh, great. You know, I arrived in Penacony as a stowaway.
Okay.
I sold everything to get a ticket. My house, my land, and my 2 children.
Yeah, no, you know what? It's one thing to sell your house, apparently your land, but you know, I wouldn't fucking consider ever selling your 2 children. You know what? You're confessing. Let's see how, like, genuine you are. If this gets accepted, then damn, I guess I have something to learn.
I see. Please, go on.
Yeah, no, he's not gonna let that one slide.
My children were starving, and I hoped they'd have a chance at survival if they became slaves here. If I can strike it rich here, I'll lift them out of that situation and give them the life they deserve.
What? Bitch, I hoped they'd have a chance at survival if they became slaves here. And, you know, if I can just strike it rich, I'll, like, just lift them from the situation I put them in. I have too many unpleasant words for this person.
But the Bloodhound family got wind of it. They're on my tail, hunting me down. I thought I could bring my kids here. It was all my fault. All my fault.
The family is ready to forgive all sinners. I'll ask the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. You don't need to live in fear anymore.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll work my hardest to redeem my children and make them part of the family. Praise the harmony.
Next, please step forward.
All I'm gonna say is, you best fucking save your children from the fucked up position you put them in.
Hey, long time no see, Mr. Sunday. The most esteemed individual in Penacony, and the next leader of the Oak family, right?
I have sought their presence with us. Let us proceed.
Sure, let's just get this over with. I have sinned, please forgive me. I wasted half a pizza at breakfast, and a bottle of Soul Glad.
Okay, so we're sitting here and we're repenting for this too. Like, no, don't get me wrong, don't fucking waste food. But, like, we literally need to come over and have a confession over it.
That's it. Nothing more. Can we wrap this up? I've got a robo-ball game to catch, you know?
Do you seek to atone for your sins through good deeds?
My sins? Well, starting to sound like a saint, huh? Well, let me tell you something. Neither the family nor you have the right to judge me.
This might not end well for you because of that statement.
You think nobody knows what your precious family has done? About the watchmaker? Huh? Don't kid yourself, Featherbrain. Those dream chasers might be fooled by your act, but don't fool yourself. Before you start spouting off your holy verses, answer me this. Where does the power of the Oak family come from? And your power? What makes you think you can sit there all high and mighty, looking down on everyone else? Well, I've spent enough time in confession today to enter the Harmony's paradise, right? Then I'll take my leave. Good luck with your election, and, don't make me regret my investments in you.
Oh, revered triple-faced soul, hear my doubts. Who can judge the strong when their power hides their crimes? Who can vouch for the weak when they will pay any price to survive? Who can comfort the purest souls when even they get led astray? If the strong defending the weak is truly the foundation of paradise, then who is responsible for the suffering and anguish in this wretched world?
I do feel bad for Sunday. Like, let's just take this moment to, you know, reconcile with the fact that I said he creeps me out, and, like, I think there's something up with him. That doesn't mean I don't feel bad and feel like there's definitely a lot to why, you know, he is the way he is now. But I don't... It's just interesting to see the different paths they took obviously, again, the story's not over. I don't have all the pieces, but it's so interesting to see where Robin got compared to where Sunday got.
Brother? Brother? Brother, are you alright?
I'm fine. I've been working long hours, and I just made a trip to Dreamflux Reef and back. So, I'm a bit out of sorts. But it'll all be over before we know it.
I don't know. I definitely think something's wrong there. I don't know if the voice thing's just me being over-analytical now, or if it's going to be something important, but we'll find out.
You've been working non-stop on the Charmony Festival, Mr. Sunday, and no one could have predicted this incident. Even if the Stellaron does pose a grave threat, I still feel sorry for all the trouble we've caused you.
No need to worry about troubling anyone. The Charmony Festival was meant to spread joy and harmony across the cosmos. But now that we know the truth, I'm afraid we'll have to cancel it.
It has always been our wish to make everyone happy, so... we'll do our best to explain everything to the Dream Master. I'm sure he'll understand. Even if the negotiation does not go smoothly. I'll refuse to go on stage. Without the Chord Master, the Harmonious Choir would not arrive, and the Charmony Festival would be just a grand performance, and nothing more.
I'm relieved to see your determination. You know, since arriving in Penacony, we haven't had any contact with this Dream Master himself.
Very true.
I'd heard of the heads of the 5 major lineages, but the Dream Master is a mystery to me.
The Dream Master rarely grants an audience, even for us. But, given the urgency of the situation, he's agreed to meet us in person.
This is definitely going to be interesting.
Perhaps you'll be the first guest to meet the Dream Master in years, Mr. Yang.
Let's hope we can reach a consensus that satisfies everyone.
Indeed. Let us hope so.
It's about time. We'll have to get ready for the meeting. I apologize for any inconvenience caused by the urgency.
Don't worry. I'll be waiting here.
Okay.
Dear, it's Mr. Sunday! Hey, come over here!
Is that the same Pepeshi, or it's
Looks
just...
like someone needs help. Let's go check it out.
Okay. Here. I didn't think about collecting those earlier. That is my bad. I shouldn't let anything else distract me. Now that's just cool.
Sit at the majestic Hall of Art?
Okay. Yeah. For YouTube, I'm gonna call this for part 1. Let's hope that either the next part isn't ridiculously long, or I successfully cut it up into decent parts. So no fear, I'm not canceling it all here. I'm still continuing on, but I will see YouTube, you know, on a different day. But let me know your thoughts so far. Seriously, this is a lot, and I'm just trying to take it all in. See you in the next one.